की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा।
तो इसका इको 0 कर दो। हाँ बस ट्रबल थोड़ा शॉर्ट बढ़ाओ सर। एक इतना नहीं, थोड़ा कम।
हरे कृष्णा। थैंक यू। Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone. Thank you for taking out your precious time and coming to attend this Bhagavad Gita class. We are continuing our discussion from Bhagavad Gita as it is. We are on chapter 2 and last time we completed verse number 13 it seems. So far in our journey in this Bhagavad Gita discussions, we have seen the first chapter, Krishna and Arjun, they had a wonderful discussion, and in that discussion basically Arjun was speaking. Arjun told Krishna, please place my chariot in between the two armies, and Krishna, he placed the chariot right in front of Bhishma and Drona because they were the dearmost. And Krishna and Arjuna is seeing 5 generations in front of him. आचार्यान मातुलान भ्रातॄन पुत्रान पौत्रान सखीं तथा स्वशुरान सुहृदश्चैव सेनयोर उभयोरपि। on the both sides. It is not that only on the side of Kauravas he is seeing all of them, on the side of Pandavas also. His brothers, his uncles, his fathers, on the level of fathers, grandfathers, everybody is there, teacher. And then he gets into complete confusion. And he says, Krishna, I don't want to fight. He gives 5 reasons why he does not want to fight. First of all, he says, I am feeling compassionate for all of them. So many soldiers will be killed. I'll be responsible. I don't want this. And if I kill all of them, how will I enjoy alone? मजा कैसे आएगा अकेले? If my family members are not there, किसके साथ मजा करेंगे? And if I kill all of them, I'll become sinful. पाप लगेगा. If the men are killed, who will protect women? They may be exploited. Unwanted progeny will be born, and that is called as Varna Sankara. Varna Sankara population is that population which has contaminated consciousness, which does not follow the rules of God. That is Varna Sankara population. And then in the end of the first chapter, he says, Krishna, I don't want to fight. He keeps his bow down. He fell silent. In the second chapter, Krishna, he began a pep talk. क्या कर रहे हो अर्जुन? युद्ध करो. You are behaving like a eunuch. Earlier you became eunuch for 1 year. It seems now you have become permanently eunuch only. You are behaving like an Arya. Don't do this. Get up and fight. Arjun says, nothing doing. I am not going to fight. It is better to go to forest and beg. Shreyo bhoktum bhiksham. It is better to beg. We see many beggars in railway stations and platforms and temple, outside temple. आजकल तो भिखारी प्रोफेशनल रहते हैं. Actual भिखारी means it is a very humbling position. आजकल भिखारियों को भी प्राउड होता है. ये मेरा ब्रिज है, तेरा ब्रिज उधर है. They are also proud of what they are, where they are begging. उसमें भी, there is a saying, a beggar is proud of his penny. ऐसा है. But for a Kshatriya to beg, it is impossible. We cannot even imagine. There is one NGO, you join that, one of their activities, they give an experience of what begging means. तो एक दिन का उनका ट्रेनिंग रहता है. चलो हम ऐसे फटे पुराने कपड़े पहन के जाएंगे और एक दिन भीख मांग के आएंगे. कितने लोग ऐसा एक्साइटिंग लगता है, भीख मांग के आएंगे. It is very, very humiliating for us also. No, many of them, they see beggars like they are not there only. हम भी ऐसे ही देखते हैं ना बहुत बार. Beggars, they come and they are asking, and हम लोग देखते भी नहीं है. One time there was a nice subhashit. It was written by a beggar. This beggar is praising this poverty. Bho daridra namastubhyam. O deity of poverty, I offer my respects to you. What is so special about you? Everybody is seeing me, and I am able to see everyone, but nobody is able to see me. I have got this power. I have become invisible. Mr. India ban gaya. For a Kshatriya to become a beggar, it is really humiliating. Possible ही नहीं है. Better to die. But बेचारे यहाँ पे अर्जुन क्या बोल रहे हैं? I will beg, चलेगा, but I can't kill. And then ultimately, after saying all this, he says, Krishna, I am surrendering. Shishyaste aham. That is the transition point in Bhagavad Gita. When Arjun surrenders. Ab मैं आपका शिष्य. Till this point of time, Krishna is not giving any instructions. We are very eager to give instructions to somebody. उपदेश देने में बहुत मजा आता नहीं. Even if nobody is asking, we like to give instructions. Even if we know a little bit. भी भगवत गीता क्लास सुन के आते हैं तो लगता है ऐसे मन में आता है, ऐसा थोड़ा डाउनलोड करते हैं किसी के ऊपर. चलो कोई नहीं मिला तो जो मेड आएगी उसको ही सुनाएंगे सब. Krishna, who is supremely knowledgeable. He is the supreme personality of God. He is not speaking till the time Arjun is not saying, Abhi sunaiye mere ko. And then Krishna, he starts giving instructions. The first thing which Krishna does is he chastises. You are behaving like a pandit, you are a full number one. Moorkh kahenge. And then he starts describing the knowledge of the soul, because Arjun was showing compassion for the body. Body is dead, soul is eternal. And in the 13th verse, we heard Krishna explaining this beautiful understanding. The soul goes through different stages in the body: Kaumara, Yauvana, Jara, and then goes to another body. So please don't get disturbed by Dhiras Tatra Na Mohyati. Arjun gets a question. Well, you are telling that okay, they'll be existing always, but I want this body of Bhishma. I am attached to this body. अब क्या करें बताइए? मुझे तो यही वाला शरीर चाहिए. You are saying this soul will go to another body, but I am attached to this body. What to do now? How will I live without him? Krishna says, then you will have to tolerate. That is the first instruction which Krishna is giving. That is the 14th verse. We'll recite this. Matra sparshastu kaunteya Shitoshna sukha dukkha Agama paino nitya Tam titikshasva bharata. Translation, please, somebody can read.
O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance is due to course are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from the sense of perception, O sign of Bharata, and one must learn no tolerance them without being disturbed.
Matra sparsha, the things which come in touch with our senses. Matra sparsha. Matra means sensory perception. Srila Prabhupada translates. Matra sparsha means sensory perception. We perceive many things in this world: heat, cold, happiness, distress, insult, praises. When somebody is praising us, कितना अच्छा लगता है नहीं? How many of you like to be praised? बाकियों को नहीं पसंद है? आपको क्या इंसल्ट पसंद है? When somebody is praising us, कितना अच्छा लगता है? और बोलिए ना, अच्छा लग रहा है, बोलते रहिए. कोई तो कभी तो बोलता है. Otherwise, most of the time I'm getting insult only. One time when somebody was doing book distribution and he was telling, please take this Bhagavad Gita, local train में book distribution चल रहा है. So please take this Bhagavad Gita, this will help you and this will change your life. और एक दो मिनट बोलने के बाद this person says, अरे I have this Bhagavad Gita, I have two Bhagavad Gitas with me. एक मेरे पापा ने लिया था, एक मेरे दादाजी ने लिया था, दोनों है. So I don't want to buy. So this person, this devotee said, okay, no problem. He smiled and he left. And next station came, this person came running back to this person, book distributor. बोले मुझे भगवद गीता दो. बोले अरे यार अभी तो बोला तुम्हारे पास दो है. नहीं ये भी चाहिए. बोले क्यों, क्या हो गया? अरे you are the first person who smiled at me in last 6 months. So I will like to buy this Bhagavad Gita. So it is also a luxury, somebody is praising us, luxury hai. And somebody insults us, nobody likes. Krishna says they will always come. Matra sparsha. What will happen? Sita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukkha. They will come. Agama. Agama means they appear. Apaina. Apaina means they disappear. And they are anitya. Agama, apaino, anitya. Anitya means they are temporary, they are not permanent. So therefore, O Arjun, what you should do? What is the name of Arjun mentioned here? एक और है Bharata. So why he is taking the name Kaunteya? मतलब यही वर्ड क्यों यहाँ पे? ऐसा कृष्ण को मनुआ आज ये वाला बोलते हैं. चलो, every word has a purpose, meaning. Yes. हाँ, उन्होंने कितना सहा है. What all things Kunti had tolerated. विशान महाग्ने पुरुषाद दर्शनात् असत सभाया वनवास कृच्छ्रत मृधे मृधेनेक महारथास्त्रतो द्रोण्यस्त्रतश्चास्म हरे विरक्षिता. This is a prayer by Kunti Maharani. She is saying, "Oh my Lord, so many calamities have come in our life. Bhima was poisoned. We were about to be burnt in Lakshagraha. Then we had to see man eating demons, Purushad Darshana. Then Draupadi was about to be disrobed in that Asat Sabha. Then we had to go to forest for 13 years. And then just now the battle has happened. Such powerful warriors we had to face. And just now you have saved Parikshit in the womb of his mother." And after telling all this, you know what she says? "Thank you for coming and saving us." If you see, in many of these situations, Krishna was not there personally. भगवान नहीं है वहां पे. Who saved Bhima from poison? Krishna was there? No. Who saved when they were about to be burnt? Krishna was there? Who saved Draupadi? Krishna was there in directly in front? No, he was not there. Who saved them when they were in the 13 years of Vanvas? Krishna was not there. Who saved them when they were fighting the battle? Krishna was not lifting weapons also. But a devotee always have this faith. In whatever circumstance I may be in, it is Krishna who is protecting me. Avashya Rakshibe Krishna iti Vishwasa Palan. That is the faith of a devotee. कुछ भी हो मेरी रक्षा भगवान कर रहे हैं. Sometimes Krishna will protect us by giving us what we want. Sometimes Krishna will protect us by giving us what we don't want. छोटे बच्चों को कभी भी अच्छा नहीं लगता ना, पेरेंट्स बोलते हैं टीवी मत देखो, कार्टून मत देखो. पसंद है? कितने बच्चों को पसंद है यहाँ पे बोलो? तुमको भी पसंद नहीं है बंधन? मुझे लगा यार तुम अच्छा बच्चा होगा. So for children it is really painful. ये समझते क्यों नहीं इतना मेरा फेवरेट वाला आ रहा था सीरियल देखने नहीं देते मेरे को. ऐसा कैसे? मुझे भी ऐसा लगता था व्हेन आई वाज चाइल्ड. सबको ऐसा ही लगता था. But our parents know this is good for the child. So हमको लगे या ना लगे, Krishna is always desiring our welfare. He is like our mother. He is our mother and father. Pitahamasya jagato mata dhata pitamaha. I am the father and mother of everyone. So therefore, Kunti Maharani is tolerating so much. She has tolerated so much. Although apparently उनके साथ ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं हुआ है, उनके पुत्रों के साथ हुआ है. But mother suffers more when children are in pain. ज़्यादा दुख होता है माँ को. So that's why he is reminding, अरे आप तो कुंती के पुत्र हैं, you are Kaunteya. You also tolerate? Why are you so disturbed? Srila Prabhupada in this purport, he gives two examples of tolerance. In the month of Magh मतलब January and February. How many of you been to Kumbh Mela this time? Okay. वहां का पानी कैसा था? गर्म था कि ठंडा था? ठंडा. How many of you been to Rishikesh and Haridwar, Dev Prayag? वहां का पानी कैसा रहता है? एकदम गर्म गर्म रहता है, नहीं? Chill, electrified. We just went with a group of 400 students. अरे बाप रे, सब पानी में यहाँ पाँव डाला तो एकदम इलेक्ट्रिक करंट. So Prabhupada gives this example. Even if somebody who is a Brahman and it is January and February, Magh, still they will take bath at least 2 times a day. Garam pani se nahi, ठंडे पानी से. And then he gives another example of a woman, of a housewife who cooks even in May and June. She enters the kitchen, पसीना पसीना हो रहा है, still she is cooking. She never tells आज नहीं बनाऊंगी, इतनी गर्मी में कैसे बना सकते हैं. That is tolerance. So these are the two examples of tolerance Srila Prabhupada gives. He says, one has to execute his duty in spite of climatic inconveniences. Even if externally things are not good, but still, duty has to be done. If we don't learn to tolerate small things, we can't focus on big things. We'll waste our time and energy. You must have seen sometimes people, they get in the train, local train, and they start fighting over the 4th seat. लोकल ट्रेन में जो ट्रैवल करते हैं उनको मालूम है 4th सीट, उसके लिए झगड़ा शुरू होता है. And one time, to such an extent, both of them, they caught each other and they started fighting and fisting, and they got down on the station and train left. क्या फायदा हुआ? Focusing on small thing, one misses the big things. That's why it is so very important to tolerate. Tolerance is a great power. It requires a big person to tolerate things. There's a very famous statement. The greatness of a person is estimated by his or her ability to tolerate provoking situations. How many of you have been provoked any time in your life? Many times. Every now and then somebody is ऐसा कुछ तो ऐसा डालते हैं, देखते हैं कितना मजा आता है. And when we get provoked, they get more ecstasy. और डालते हैं फिर, When things are okay, nice, anybody can say, I am a very peaceful person. मुझे तो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. बस one thing comes and they get instigated. The greatness of a person is tested by his ability to tolerate provoking situations. That is very important. So we need to keep small things small. Understand what is big thing in my life, what is small thing in my life. Our mind will always put small things and it will make Rai ka pahad, til ka taad. It will make as if ये अभी नहीं किया ना तो बस अभी शून्यायतम जगत सर्वम. Life is going to end. And the best thoughts come when we take bead bag in our hands. सच्ची ऐसे आइडिया आते हैं ना. The time we decide कि अब मोबाइल नहीं देखेंगे और एटलीस्ट 4 माला तो बिना मोबाइल देखे करेंगे. As soon as we decide that, put the mobile in silent mode. How many of you have done this? Silent में रख के अभी मोबाइल चैंटिंग करेंगे और अभी कुछ नहीं. अभी साइलेंट कर दिया तो नोटिफिकेशन सुनाई नहीं देगा, कॉल सुनाई नहीं देगा. As soon as you do this, अंदर से बजता है नोटिफिकेशन. अब ये नहीं किया तो कैसे होगा फिर? This is most urgent, अंदर का इतना लाउड रहता है कि बाहर वाले की जरूरत ही नहीं है फिर. You have to pick up the mobile. So that is how our mind knows us in and out. To tolerate that itch, उठा के देखना मोबाइल को, वो itch जो है ना बहुत खतरनाक है. वो टॉलरेट जिसने कर लिया, कलयुग में वो मतलब धीर पुरुष है वो. So very difficult. So as it is described that nothing, Krishna says, agama apaino anitya. Everything is temporary in this world. Nothing is permanent. We have heard this story. One time there was a king, he asked his minister, Minister, I want a gift. Which type of gift you want, sir? I am happy, I see that gift, I should become sad. I am sad, I see that gift, I should become happy. So he said, okay, sir, I'll get this gift for you. After 1 week, he comes with a ring. Very nice, golden ring. He says, sir, this is the answer to your question. ये क्या है? Sir, there is something written on this ring. What was written? ये भी चला जाएगा. This shall also pass. When I am happy, ये भी चला जाएगा. Well, and when I am sad, ये भी चला जाएगा. अरे वाह. So nothing in this world is permanent. Everything has an expiry date. Everything comes with a expiry date attached. Achha, which is more difficult to tolerate, pains or pleasures? अरे pleasure कौन बोल रहा है? अरे how many of you feel pains are more difficult to tolerate? Any of you thinks pleasure is difficult? क्यों भाई? ऐसे ही सब लोग पेन बोल रहे हैं तो मैं तो प्लेजर बोलूंगा. Why pleasure is difficult? यहाँ देखा, मैं वही बोला, सब लोग पेन बोले इसलिए तुम प्लेजर बोला. Of course, pains are difficult to tolerate. Spiritually, which is more beneficial? Why pain is more beneficial? We learn so many things, okay? What else? We remember Krishna more intensely. ऐसा चैंटिंग होता है ना, लगता है अरे यार ऐसा चैंटिंग हमेशा होता तो कितना अच्छा होता. We are intense in our chanting when we are in difficult times. एग्जाम टाइम में कैसे चैंटिंग करते हैं आप लोग, बच्चे लोग? भगवान अभी कोई नहीं बचा सकता, अभी आप ही बचा सकते हैं. अभी तो कुछ नहीं पड़ा है. एक स्टूडेंट आया एग्जाम में, आंसर पेपर टेस्ट लिखने के लिए बैठा और आंसर पे क्वेश्चन पेपर हाथ में आया, ही इज लीविंग. तो टीचर बोलता है यार क्या हो गया, तेरे को खुद पे भरोसा नहीं है? बोला सर जिस पे भरोसा था वो आया नहीं. Exams are so very difficult. Tests are so very difficult. When we are in pain, we always remember intensely. Of course, we can't artificially pray to Krishna, Krishna, please give me more pains. Any of you can pray like that?
I can.
भगवान सुन लेंगे, ऐसा seriously मत बोलिए. There are 4 levels. The lowest level of consciousness is when problem comes in the life. Generally, people, those who have no understanding of spirituality, what they say? भगवान क्यों कर रहे हो? ये भगवान ही मेरे जीवन में इतना दुख दे रहे हैं. The famous movie का सीन है, हीरो मंदिर में जाता है, घंटी बजाता है, खुश तो बहुत हो. क्यों भाई, भगवान को और कुछ काम नहीं है? आर यू सच अ बिग पर्सनैलिटी कि आपके जीवन में प्रॉब्लम देंगे वो? When somebody goes little high in spiritual life, they come to the next level. That is this level. It is not a very high level of consciousness, but still it is better than blaming God. Blaming God means जो पता नहीं क्यों कर रहे हैं भगवान मेरे जीवन में ऐसा. Higher than that is, it is my own karma, I have to tolerate it. Tam stitikshasva, just learn to tolerate. Can anyone guess what can be a higher level than this when problem comes in our life? Okay, happy. Happy के अलावा एक और इमोशन होना चाहिए. हाँ? We should be grateful. Yes, thank you. We should be grateful. A person becomes grateful to Krishna. Oh Lord, thank you for giving me. Thank you कैसे बोल सकते हैं, और दे दिया तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा. Why?
meant in a very mild way. It could have been serious.
That is the understanding. A devotee understands and he knows or she knows that whatever I am going through in my life, it is much less. I deserved much more. 4 सब्जेक्ट में फेल होने वाले थे, एक में ही हुए. थैंक यू कृष्णा. ऐसा नहीं कि मैं भगवान को और थैंक यू बोलना चाहता था, 2 में हो गया तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है, मैं और थैंक यू बोलूंगा ना भगवान को. No, we should try our best. When problem comes in our life, we should be grateful, thankful. Krishna, thank you. Tattenukampa susamikshmano bhunjanu evatma kritam vipakam ridvagvapurbhir vidhan namaste jivetayo mukti pade sadaya bhag. Brahmaji is telling in his prayer to Lord Krishna, he says, Krishna, it is your extreme mercy. Anukampa. सुना है शब्द आप लोगों ने? Anukampa. Anukampa is not ordinary mercy. It is extreme mercy. बहुत बड़ी कृपा हो गई भगवान आपकी. क्या किया आपने? Whatever I am suffering, it is much less. You know what you have done? If you take some seeds and roast them and sow in the ground, will they grow?
No.
So what Brahmaji is saying? तत्तेनुकंपा सुसमीक्ष्यमानो भुंजानु. भूंज दिए हैं. किसको भूंजा है आपने? मेरे किए गए कुकर्मों के बीज को आपने भूंज दिया है. You have roasted the seeds of sinful reaction. They are not growing. So whatever I am suffering now, it is a sample, a token. कई बार डिवोटीज बोलते हैं प्रभु जी ये टोकन ऐसा है क्या, मेरा हाल टोकन में ही खराब हो रहा है, इतना पेन है लाइफ में. Why it is so very painful? Why Krishna is giving so much pain? Krishna knows what is best for this person. The whole process of spiritual life is to make us accept this fact. Krishna जो भी कर रहे हैं ये सबसे अच्छा है मेरे लिए. Because Krishna is Supreme Father. He is Mother. Will any parent desire wrong for the child?
No.
Even if the child is पक्का नालायक, फिर भी कोई बोलेगा इसको मारो और मारो. कोई भी माँ बोलेगी, खुद मारेगी गड़बड़ किया तो, लेकिन दूसरा कोई मारेगा तो कैसे मार रहे मेरे बच्चे को. Krishna is that father and mother. When he gives punishment, it is like, अच्छा, if a child steals and he is caught by police and if he is caught by the mother, कौन ज्यादा मारेगा? माँ ज्यादा मारेगी कि पुलिस ज्यादा मारेगी? बाकियों को डाउट है. माँ मारेगी. अरे माँ की हाथ की मार खाएंगे तो ज्यादा दुखेगा नहीं, पुलिस बेरहमी से मारेगी. When we are beaten because of our sinful activities, it is like mother beating the child. माँ तो मारेगी ना. Why? To correct the mentality of the child. So Krishna, he is such a wonderful God. He is adoshadarshi. He never sees faults in his devotees. Putana came to kill him, but she came in the dress of a devotee. Krishna is such a wonderful God. You know, अभी अभी 3 अवतार है, राम, कृष्ण and चैतन्य महाप्रभु. अभी गौर पूर्णिमा गया. How many of you observed fasting on Gaur Purnima day? Did some extra chanting on Gaur Purnima day? Prayed to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You know, every avatar has a different mood. Ram is dharma parayan. गलती किया तो punishment. कोई भी रहने दो. पत्नी को भी बोले अभी जाना पड़ेगा वनवास. लक्ष्मण को बोले you have to prepare a funeral pyre for Sita Devi. You have to leave Sita to the forest. Dharma parayan. Krishna, you know, what is his nature? He is Prem Parayan. How many demons? Which all demons came to Vrindavan? Can anyone name? कौन कौन से आए थे? नाम बताइए। बकासुर, अघासुर, पूतना, तृणावर्त, काशी नहीं केशी, हाँ, और अरिष्टासुर, और कौन सा? अपना नया नया मत बनाइए। कालिया। एक और व्यक्ति था, ही डिड द मैक्सिमम हेवॉक इन वृंदावन। देखो लाइट भी ओके। नहीं नहीं, कंस ने तो खुद नहीं आया ना, यू नो हुआ सी। अरे हिंट दूंगा तो फिर
बारिश आई थी।
हाँ, तो बारिश कौन सी? इंद्र। अरे he wanted to drown entire Vrindavan. He wanted to kill everyone. अघासुर को क्या किया कृष्ण ने? मार दिया। पूतना किल्ड, अघासुर, तृणावर्त, बकासुर, धेनुकासुर, प्रलंबासुर, उन्होंने शुरू होने के पहले ही 10 एंड्स हो गया उनका। 2 people who created maximum havoc in Vrindavan, एक तो इंद्र एंड दूसरा कालिया। He practically killed many of the cowherd boys. इंद्र को क्या किया? छोड़ दिया। यार ऐसा कैसा हिसाब है यार इनका, इन्होंने कुछ शुरू ही नहीं किया, मार दिया। इसमें सबसे ज्यादा डैमेज किया, उसको छोड़ दिया। क्यों क्यों छोड़ा इंद्र को?
क्योंकि वो देव थे और वही बारिश का देता, बारिश
ओके, ठीक है। He was a devotee of Krishna. He became proud, he forgot for some time, but ultimately devotee है ना। कृष्णा का अलग हिसाब चलता है डिवोटी के लिए। बोले अपना आदमी है ना, साइड में लो इसको, साइड में लो, अलग ट्रीटमेंट है इसके लिए। वीआईपी वीआईपी नहीं। अच्छा, कालिया को क्यों छोड़ दिया? उनकी वाइफ्स डिवोटी है। बताइए, या तो डिवोटी रहो या तो डिवोटी का कांटेक्ट होना चाहिए। Krishna has different ways of dealing with his devotees and those who are near and dear to devotees. क्या बोल रही हो? मेंबरशिप होना चाहिए। इस्कॉन का मेंबरशिप नहीं है वो भगवान के डिवोटी का मेंबरशिप होना चाहिए। So Krishna is called as Swanam Paksha Poshanam. He nourishes his own devotees in a different way. अलग से चलता है उनका हिसाब। डिवोटी है ना साइड में, अलग
अपना आदमी है,
अपना आदमी है, ये अपना आदमी है। गड़बड़ कर रहा है लेकिन अपना आदमी है, कोई बात नहीं, उसको अलग से हम सुधारेंगे। And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is one step ahead. It is just like somebody who drops a bomb in parliament, उसको बोलेंगे इसको प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनाओ। वैसे श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु, people who are most fallen, degraded in Kali Yuga, Mahaprabhu comes and gives the highest to them, that is the chance to love him. कौन करेगा ऐसा? Nobody will do that. In previous ages, in Satyuga, the demons and the devatas, they would live in different planets. In Treta Yuga, they would live in different countries, Ram and Ravan. In Dwapar Yuga,
same family,
same family. In Kali Yuga,
same person.
same person. If Krishna has to come and kill demoniac people, क्या करना पड़ेगा? सबको मारना पड़ेगा। That's why Krishna chose to come as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In this incarnation, he is not killing demons, he is killing their demoniac propensity. And on top of that, he is giving them chance to love him. Nobody will do that. That is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Krishna is so merciful and he has given his assurance again and again, I will protect my devotee. That is a faith a devotee should have. He is always thinking of the welfare of devotees. He is never forgetful. ऐसा कभी नहीं सोचते कि अरे ये डिवोटी प्रे कर रहा था यार, आवाज नहीं आया मेरे को। No, he is always alert. That's how Krishna is. He is thinking more than we are thinking of him. He is thinking more about us. He is planning. आप लोग क्या लगता है, आप लोग ऐसे आ गए ये इस्कॉन में जुड़ गए, कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस ऑल ऑफ यू ज्वाइन? नो, कृष्णा इज प्लानिंग. Krishna has planned for every one of us sitting here. That's why we are here. Otherwise, Sunday evening को कहीं पे भी जा सकते थे. People had एक हफ्ते में एक तो दिन मिलता है, उसमें भी आप लोग समय निकाल के ऐसा एक बोरिंग सा लेक्चर सुनने के लिए आ रहे हैं. क्यों आ रहे हैं? कुछ तो टेस्ट है ना. We have tasted some rus in this process. तभी तो आ रहे हैं. That's why Krishna has inspired. Otherwise, it is not possible. Krishna always gives protection. And we should have that faith. He is always guaranteeing us, don't worry, Bhiu nago mi tuja patishe aaye. He is always there to protect us. 9th chapter, please take out 9th chapter, 22nd verse. Krishna is again and again giving assurance. हमने ये श्लोक कितने बार पढ़ा है, नहीं अभी तक तो याद होना चाहिए आप लोगों को. 9th chapter, 22nd verse. That is the tagline of LIC. We'll recite this verse. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyam. Translation please, somebody.
Those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my form to them I carry what they lack and I figure what they have.
और क्या चाहिए लाइफ में बताइए? कृष्णा इज गिविंग डिक्लेरेशन, ओपन खुला चैलेंज. He is declaring in front of everyone, I will protect what my devotee has and I will provide what my devotee has. And in 30th verse of the same chapter, Krishna is telling Arjun, you declare boldly that my devotee will never perish. Kaunteya pratijanehi name bhakta pranashyati. Why Krishna is not making this declaration himself? खुद भी बोल सकते हैं ना, ओ अर्जुन, my devotee will never perish. Why is telling Arjun, तुम बोलो? हाँ जी.
भगवान कहते हैं कि मैं अपने भक्तों की बात कभी नहीं टालता, तो अगर जो भक्त ने बोल दिया तो वो मैं निश्चित करूंगा.
Yes, because Krishna is thinking, I am known for breaking my promises. मैंने वचन लिया था शस्त्र नहीं उठाऊंगा तो उठा लिया. क्यों उठाए? To protect Arjun. So to protect his devotees, he doesn't care about his reputation. So therefore he is telling Arjun, you declare boldly that my devotee will never perish. Krishna protects us from scarcities. Krishna protects our consciousness in all circumstances, provided we remember him properly. And our remembrance is primarily depending on the quality of our chanting. The number of rounds, the quantity of rounds is okay. We have to come to certain number of rounds, but quality of chanting is more important. Otherwise, if we are chanting and thinking something else, जो हमेशा ही होता ही है, हाथ में माला उठाई तो फिर मन तो चला जाता है. मन बोलता है आप करते रहो, मैं जा रहा हूँ, हो जाएगा तो बता देना, मैं आ जाऊँ. We have to endeavor to make our mind focused. Bring it back. Wherever the mind goes, bring it back. वापस नहीं लाएंगे तो अपने आप नहीं आने वाला है मन. We have to really work on it. Try to hear each and every word, starting with Hare. That Hare, the first word is most important. Hare Krishna. Every word. एकादशी जपा मत करिए, बीच में शब्दों को मत खाइए. हरे कृष्णा राम राम हरे हरे. एंड इफ यू टेल बाबा तुमने बीच में 4-5 शब्द नहीं बोले, वो मन में किया मैंने, अंदर चल रहा था मेरे, तुमको क्या मालूम? कृष्ण भावग्राही है, समझते हैं. एंड समटाइम्स पीपल दे चैंट सच इंटरेस्टिंग वेज. मतलब one time one devotee, he would always chant and he would eat some of the words. तो उसको 4-5 लोगों ने बोला, यार तुम सही से बोल नहीं रहा मंत्र. बोले नहीं नहीं, मैं पूरा एक एक शब्द अच्छे से बोलता हूँ. So one day in the morning, another one devotee thought, चलो यार कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. And this devotee is sitting and chanting, and other devotee is pacing up and down. And ये बोले क्या हो गया, बैठ के जप करना. नहीं नहीं, ऐसे तो नींद आ रही है इसलिए चल के जप कर रहा हूँ. And then after 15 minutes, 40, half an hour, after half an hour, this devotee comes and says, Prabhuji, you are not chanting properly. बोले क्या बात कर रहा है? Every word I am chanting properly. Prabhuji, when I was walking, I was recording your chanting. उसको रिकॉर्डिंग सुना है उसका चैंटिंग का. तो बोलता है ये मैं हुई नहीं. बोले आपका ही है. नहीं बिल्कुल मेरा नहीं है, मैं तो ऐसा कर ही नहीं सकता चैंटिंग. सो आवर माइंड ऑलवेज कन्विंसेस अस कि भाई आप अच्छे से चैंटिंग कर रहे हैं. द क्वालिटी ऑफ आवर चैंटिंग डिसाइड्स our advancement in our spiritual life. Otherwise, bahu janma kare yadi shravan kirtan tabota na paye Krishna pade prem dhan. Keep on chanting for millions of lives. Nahi farak padega. If our mind is somewhere, try to chant with quality. That is very important. And then Krishna will definitely protect our consciousness. That he gives assurance in 10th chapter, 10th verse. He is giving assurance to everyone who is always remembering him. It is a declaration by Krishna. 10th chapter, 10th verse, Krishna is making this declaration. I always protect the consciousness of my devotees. I give them the intelligence by which they can come to me. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadhami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Translation please.
Those who are constantly devoted to serving me, I give the understanding by which they can come to me.
Yes. Those are always thinking about Krishna. Krishna gives them the intelligence. अभी कैसे आना है कृष्ण के पास? That is the declaration which Krishna is giving. He has taken a vow to protect his devotees. In Govardhan Leela, when Indra is showering torrents of rains, rains were not falling in drops. It was falling in pillars. सब pillars का pillar पानी गिर रहा है. And Indra had ordered samvartaka clouds, the clouds which come at the time of devastation. प्रलय होता है ना, तो जो बादल आते हैं, Indra had called those clouds and he had told, drown this Vrindavan. And everybody is now really in desperate situation. क्या करें? Everybody goes and tells Krishna, please protect your cows and calves and protect us also. We have taken your shelter, Krishna. They didn't go and blame Krishna. देखो क्या किया तुमने, तुम्हारी वजह से हो रहा है. They knew whenever we are in disturbing situations, whenever we are in trouble, Krishna will protect us. Because when Krishna was a small boy, when he took birth, a great devotee, Garga Muni, he had come to give names of Krishna and Balaram. That time Garga Muni had told, this child of yours will protect you from all dangers. Eshava Shreyadha Syad Gopa Gokula Nandanaha Anena Sarva Durgani Yuyamanjastarishyatha. Anena, this child of yours, Anena Sarva Durgani, in all situations, he will take you across. Iski sharan lo aap. So when Govardhan, this Indra is showering rains, they come, Krishna, please help us. You know what Krishna is thinking? Krishna thinks, Tasman, we'll recite this verse, please try to follow. Tasman mat sharanam goshtam mannatham mat parigraham gopaye swatma yogena so ayam me vrata ahita. So in this verse Krishna is telling मैंने व्रत लिया है. कौन सा व्रत लिया है मैंने? He's saying these people, they have taken my shelter. Tasman, these people, mat sharan, मेरी शरण में आया ना. They are my family. Madgoshtam. Mannatham, they have accepted me as their master. Mat parigraham, for them I am everything. So what I'll do? By my own power. Atma Yogena, I will protect them. Why? I have taken a vow to protect my devotees, Baba. ये व्रत है कृष्ण का. So why we should fear when problem comes in our life? Of course, problems are really difficult situations. Nobody likes problems. But for a devotee, these problems are our treasures. Our problems will become our treasures if we learn right lessons from them. How many of you have learned lessons in difficult situations? How many of you felt ये नहीं होता ना, ये प्रॉब्लम नहीं आता, मैं नहीं सीखता ये? हुआ है किसी के साथ? There is always a silver lining in the darkest of the night. It is always something we can learn. Otherwise, it is not possible that Krishna ने प्रॉब्लम दिया और कुछ सिखाया नहीं. प्रॉब्लम दिया है सिखाने के लिए. हम सीखते नहीं है, वो बात अलग है. We are so much caught up in thinking क्या हो रहा है, क्यों हो रहा है. Don't ask why. Ask how now. अब क्या करें वो पूछिए. How can I come close to Krishna in this situation? That is what Krishna wants us to learn. You know, problems, they are like leeches. किसी ने लीच लगाया कभी आयुर्वेदिक ट्रीटमेंट में? Nobody. किसी ने भी नहीं लगाया लीच. Leech sucks the impure blood. You know, if the leech is sucking the blood, and if somebody is thinking, ज़्यादा ही पी रहा है यार, बस हो गया. What can be done to remove that leech? नमक नहीं रहेगा. खींचेगा ना, क्या होगा मालूम है? It will tear apart the skin. It's so very tightly latching on. क्या करना चाहिए? नमक नहीं रहेगा तो पानी से नहीं होता कुछ.
उसको जमा दो.
नेक्स्ट टाइम आपके पास ही लेके. You know what we have to do? Just leave it. It will automatically leave after some time. That is how leeches are. After it is full, they don't suck much blood. And anyways, they suck impure blood only. Our problems are like leeches. We should not overreact. Just do the needful and they will go away in some time. अपने आप चला जाता है. They are अनित्य बाबा. शीत, उष्ण, सुख, दुख, they are temporary. Why are we overreacting? सुख में and दुख में. You know, sometimes we are overreactive in sukha. So happy, so elated. मजा आ गया, promotion मिल गया, इतना ये हो गया, वो हो गया, इतना मजा आ रहा है. We forget Krishna. And when we are in difficult situations, we are only thinking of the problems, not thinking of how to get good understanding from this. So therefore, problems are like leeches. अब आप बोलेंगे अगर problem leech की तरह नहीं हुआ तो जा ही नहीं रहा है मेरा लाइफ से प्रॉब्लम. आप तो बोल देते छोड़ देगा, ये तो पकड़ के बैठा है. कितने लोगों को ऐसा एक्सपीरियंस है, जा ही नहीं रहा है, निकल ही नहीं रहा है प्रॉब्लम. ये तो मेरे जीवन से. ये तुम्हारे जीवन में भी है. तुम्हारे जीवन में कौन सा प्रॉब्लम है ऐसा? एग्जाम्स. बच्चों के लाइफ में और क्या होगा, एग्जाम्स ही होगा ना. और क्या. Sometimes problems are not like leeches. Then what to do? When problems are like leeches, we have to learn to do the needful, but don't overreact. Learn to tolerate the first overreaction response. ऐसा कैसे हो गया मेरे जीवन में? आज तक ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ मेरे साथ. कितने लोगों को ऐसा अनुभव हुआ है? आज तक कभी नहीं हुआ ऐसा है, पहली बार ऐसा हो रहा है मेरे साथ. When we overreact, we can't think properly. We can't decide what to do. We have to learn to tolerate that first response. And Krishna will give the intelligence. पढ़ा ना अभी हमने 10.10. Dadami buddhi. Buddhi wahi denge. Krishna will give the intelligence. How to handle this, When problems are threatening, in difficult situations, when it is really threatening, if we become really disturbed and restless, we can't decide what to do now. You have to just be patient, calm. Then we can think properly. Solve करिए problem को, जो भी करना है, do the needful. But if we are disturbed, we can't come to right conclusion. So therefore, keep your biggest battle the biggest battle. Don't get caught up in the small things of life. छोटी छोटी चीजों को ध्यान मत दीजिए. Any of you have seen cranes standing? Crane zoo में देखा रहेगा आप लोगों ने. Or in river, how does he stand? One leg, still, एकदम शांत. देखता रहता, पानी में देखता रहता है वो. क्या देखता है? Allows the small fishes to pass by. देखता रहता है वो, छोटी छोटी मछलियां जाती रहती हैं. As soon as the big fish comes, immediately pounces on it. In our life, we have to understand what are big fishes. खाने के लिए नहीं. What are the more important things in our life? What is most important for me? What is least important for me? Learn to understand these things. And that is what Krishna is telling, learn to tolerate. Tolerate karo. And then you will understand how to get along with this. Just imagine you planned for a picnic and कल पिकनिक के लिए जाना है और आज रात को आपको फीवर आ गया. सब कुछ प्लान करके रखा था एकदम फर्स्ट क्लास, सब फ्रेंड्स भी आ रहे थे और पूरा फैमिली गैदरिंग था. आज ही फीवर आना था इसको और मैं उठ भी नहीं पा रहा हूं अभी. बताइए, the amount of physical pain may not be so much, but the amount of mental pain, सब लोग जा रहे हैं. आज ही देना था आपको ये भगवान. क्या है, एक दिन बाद में दे सकते थे. आने के बाद फीवर देते ना, कितना अच्छा था. So learn to tolerate. Many times we become dissatisfied when we don't see what we have. People are keep seeing what they don't have. ये नहीं है मेरे पास, ये नहीं है, ये नहीं, ये नहीं, ये नहीं. अरे बाबा, क्या है वो देखो ना. क्या है आपके पास? That gives better satisfaction. We keep on seeing things which we don't have. अरे आपके पास क्या है? वो फेमस मूवी का डायलॉग, मेरा बंगला है, गाड़ी है, मोटर है. तेरे पास क्या है? मां नहीं, हमारे पास कृष्ण है. Hey Baba, we have the chance to worship Krishna. We are understanding the process of practicing Bhagavad Gita, chanting. Who understands in this world? When we don't understand what we have received, we become more dissatisfied. One time when it comes in Bhagavatam, Yudhishthir Maharaj and Narad Muni, they are discussing, and Narad Muni is telling the story of Prahlad and Narsimhadev. And after hearing the whole story of Narsimhadev, Yudhishthir starts thinking, "Hey, Prahlad is such a great devotee. देखो, एक devotee के लिए भगवान आ गए. मेरे लिए तो कोई आ नहीं रहा. I am so unfortunate. कौन आ रहा है मेरे लिए? I am so fallen." नारद मुनि से, "अरे युधिष्ठिर, तुमको मालूम है क्या तुम्हारा भाग्य क्या है? यूयम निलोके बत भूरि भागा लोकम पुनाना मुनयोभियन्ति येषां गृहाणा वसतीति साक्षात् गूढ़ं परम ब्रह्म मानुष्यलिंगम." He says, "Oh Yudhishthir Maharaj, you are most fortunate in entire human society. यूयम निलोके, नरलोक में, यूयम, you, आप, भूरि भागा, you are most fortunate. Why? अरे बड़े बड़े ऋषि मुनि देवता जिनका चरण का भी दर्शन नहीं कर पाते हैं, that same Lord is there in your house. येषां गृहाणा वसतीति साक्षात्. आपके घर में साक्षात है. क्या कर रहे हैं? He is becoming your chariot driver. He is becoming your messenger. He is always there with you. He is protecting you. आपसे ज्यादा भाग्यवान और कौन होगा? We always get disturbed by things which we don't have. उसके पास ये है, उसके पास ये है, उसके पास मेरे पास क्या है? अरे बाबा, we have chance to practice bhakti. That is the best thing we have received in this degraded world, in Kali Yuga. So therefore, we have to see what we have. We have to count our blessings. Begin your day by counting your blessings. That is called as gratitude journal. शुरू तो करिए, सुबह की शुरुआत कैसे करनी है? Begin with thank you Krishna. Yesterday what we got. कुछ तो अच्छा मिला होगा ना आज दिन भर में. Tomorrow morning just thank Krishna. Krishna, thank you. It should not be a big thing. छोटा सा चीज, thank you Krishna. Whatever little bit we received, learn to thank you Krishna. That is what makes our heart fertile. That is what makes our heart, enabled to access the mercy of Krishna. A grateful heart is very much needed to develop connection with Krishna. Kritagyata. Tam sukharadhyam rijubhir ananya sharanairinibhir kritagyako nuseveta duraradhyam asadubhi. Only a wicked person is ungrateful. A person who is saintly, by default, he or she will be grateful. If we are not grateful, we are great fools. अरे भगवान क्या क्या कर रहे हैं हमारे लिए. Learn to understand, learn to thank Krishna. And then we'll see so many wonderful things happening in our life, around us. So we have to make Krishna as our shelter. Currently, people, they take shelter in many things. Some people, they think, टेंशन आ रहा है ना, खाओ और सो जाओ. स्टूडेंट्स तो ऐसा ही करते हैं, खाओ और सो जाओ, उठने के बाद देखते हैं क्या होता है. हॉस्टल में तो ऐसा ही करते हैं. Some people, they take shelter of intoxication. गम भुलाने के लिए थोड़ा पीना पड़ता है. What is the shelter of devotees? Devotee takes shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. That is the shelter of the devotees. Devotee takes shelter of praying to Krishna for strength. Praying to Krishna to give us intelligence to deal with this problem. And if, oh my Lord, you want, please remove this problem also. So that's how, the more things change, everything is changing in this world. Nothing is permanent. The more things change, we have to catch hold of those things which don't change. What are the things which don't change? क्या नहीं बदलता है संसार में?
कृष्णा.
ठीक है. चलो मैं चेंज करता हूँ थोड़ा. The more things change, we have to catch hold of those things which are permanent. Which are permanent things in this world? Only Krishna and names of Krishna. The chance to practice bhakti is the only constant thing that will never change. So we have to take shelter of that. And the more we are absorbed in remembering Krishna, the more we will learn to handle problems. We had discussed this very wonderful prayer few weeks back also. Oh God, give me the strength to change the things which I can, courage to accept the things which I can't change, and wisdom to understand the difference between the two. This is a prayer which we should make, so that we can go ahead, learn to tolerate. जो नहीं बदलने वाली हैं, उनको सहन करने के लिए शक्ति दीजिए भगवान. Many times we try to change things which will never change in our life, and that gives frustration. That gives depression. So we have to understand these things, and then that's the whole purpose of this verse. This is the first instruction which Krishna is giving. Tam stitikshasva, sahan karna सीखो अर्जुन. बहुत सारी चीजें नहीं बदलेंगी जीवन में, सहन करो उसको. Okay, so we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any questions? किसी का भारत. So he is a. Prabhupada writes that in the purport, the last paragraph. The two different names of address given to Arjuna are also significant. To address him as Kaunteya signifies his great blood relation from his mother's side, and to address him as Bharata signifies his greatness from his father's side. From both sides, he is supposed to have a great heritage. A great heritage brings responsibility. So he's saying you have a great heritage, O Arjun. पिताजी के साइड से भी, माँ के साइड से भी. Why you are saying I can't tolerate? So Bharata is a great king, Bharat Maharaj, on whose name this entire country is there. तो he's saying अरे आपके वंश में इतने बड़े बड़े राजा हैं, भरत हैं, कौंती कुंती हैं, not to tolerate. Okay. Any other questions?
If somebody claim that it happened due to you, then what to do?
Blame us or blame God?
Blame me.
Huh.
Suppose.
Okay. If you can justify, if you know that, okay, no, it is not because of me, and if you can give some logical arguments and that person understands, well and good. Otherwise, you have spoken your part and then you can just tolerate what comes. Because some things are beyond our control. We'll never change perceptions of some people. So in those situations, just express what is your thought, what is your understanding, and if that person is not understanding it, still blaming us, tolerate. There is no other option remaining there. That's the first instruction. शुरू ही वहां से कर रहे हैं भगवत गीता, सहन करो. सहन करना बहुत आवश्यक है. But while tolerating things, we should not go in depression. That is another extreme of tolerance. सहन करते करते depression में चले गए. Spiritual life means tolerating things, understanding well that Krishna has some plan for me. Depression comes when we realize, when we think, क्या करें, कुछ समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है, पता नहीं क्या होगा. Things are going wrong in my life. That brings depression. But when we understand Krishna is in control, that doesn't bring depression. That brings hope. कुछ तो होगा अवश्य इसमें मेरे लिए. That brings hope. And path of bhakti means path of hope. If somebody is not an optimist, he is an atheist. Only an atheist is pessimistic. A person who believes in God, has faith in God, he is always positive. Problem आ रहा है ना, कुछ तो होगा end में. I have told this story. One time there was a man, he had a horse, and one day the horse ran away in the forest. And everybody came and said, अरे बुरा हो गया, आपका घोड़ा भाग गया. He said, कोई बात नहीं, भगवान की इच्छा, जो भी, whatever. Next day the horse came with a mare, she horse. सब लोग बोले, अरे अच्छा हो गया, एक गया, दो आ गए, देखो. He said, जो भी हो रहा है, Krishna's willing, Krishna's desire. And then he had a son, he was training the new horse, and he fell down off the horse, he broke his leg. Everybody came, अरे बुरा हो गया, देखो हाँ आपके बेटे का पाँव टूट गया. No problem, whatever is there, Krishna's desire. After some time, the neighboring country attacked, and the king declared, all the young men of this city, everybody will be employed in army. इसका तो पाँव टूटा हुआ है. He could not go. Everybody said, अच्छा हो गया, पाँव टूट गया, बच गया तुम्हारा बेटा. कब तक चलता रहेगा आप लोगों का ऐसा, अच्छा हो गया, बुरा हो गया, अच्छा हो गया, बुरा हो गया. Let's come out of this mentality. Krishna has a plan for everyone. Krishna plans the life of each and every living entity. Some believe, some don't. Sometimes he plans directly, sometimes he does indirectly through Maya Devi. But for his devotees, he does it directly. Personally, he does it. Yogakshemam vahami aham. Krishna says, मैं स्वयं करता हूँ. I personally carry. So that's how Krishna is. Okay, we should have that faith. Acha ho, bura ho, always understand that Krishna has a plan. And in difficult situations, we should always go and take help of devotees. Go and reveal your mind to devotees. Because ये जो Bhagavad Gita सुन रहे हैं ना, many times in difficult times, these principles don't come. That situation, we need some devotees to tell the same things which we are hearing in Bhagavad Gita. They will tell the same thing, and that time it will click. So वो जरूरी है. We should have good friends among devotees who can guide us, who can help us, who are there for us. Hare Krishna. Any other question? Yes. Can speak a little louder? Mm-hmm. ओके. हमारे मंदिर में तो राधा रानी के क्लास में भी डालते हैं. मंदिर में तो डालते हैं राधा रानी के क्लास में. हाँ. So different places have different rules, whatever it may be. But most important is whenever we offer something to our Guru Parampara or Srimati Radharani, she'll first offer to Krishna only. Then only she'll take. So whether you are offering to her or not, she is offering. She will add one and she will offer. That is how she is. That is how Srimati Radharani is. No, Tulsi is not Radharani. Tulsi is Bhakti Devi. She is different. She is the predominating deity of Vrindavan. She is Vrinde Devi. She orchestrates all the pastimes in Vrindavan. And she appears in this world as Tulasi. Yasyaiva murti tulasi niloke brinde namaste charanara vindam. There is a beautiful ashtakam on Vrinda Devi. Vrinda Devi appears in this world as Tulasi. जय श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण कृष्णाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति